What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Fiction Tea Review. Today we're going to talk about the movie Midsommar, because I've been wanting to see this movie for the longest time, and I finally got to see it on Amazon, and I don't even know what this movie's about. I have no idea. I don't even know what this movie is. Question mark. I still don't know. It's about these college kids, and they decide they're gonna go to Sweden. They get invited by one of their friends who is from Sweden to go on like this retreat type of thing, and they drive like 4 hours to Sweden, and they're thinking this is gonna be great. This is a great idea to go to Sweden. And one of the friends, he is going because he wants to write a thesis essay on it, and one of the other friends is just going to go, and I think one of the other friends is just going to go, and the other friend, he invited the other friend, and then the girl, she decides to go because she just had a death. She had multiple deaths in her family. Her sister, who was bipolar, ended up killing herself as well as their parents, so she just wanted to get away. So they all decide, let's go, let's get away, and they go on this field retreat type of thing. They take some psychedelics, and they just start getting weirder and weirder after that, like truly. So my initial thoughts were, let's see what this film is about. I've been hearing things about it. I've been wanting to see it. I'm kind of unsure, but at the same time, like I said, I still want to watch it. And yeah, that's what I was thinking going into watching this. And as I watched it, I was like, let's see what unfolds and what happens. It seems like your typical college movie about a group of college kids. They decide to go out somewhere, and you know, inevitably something's gonna happen out on this trip. Let's talk about the characters first. Characters were actually not bad. I enjoyed a lot of the group scenes with like a bunch of characters, the multiple characters, especially all the people and all of the women, in scenes where everybody was kind of like yelling and screaming, and it was just really weird, and you were like, what the hell is going on? For example, the scene with when the older people kind of went to the top of the ledge and just started committing suicide, and all the people were like, ah, just yelling like crazy psycho people. And the scenes where the scene with the boyfriend when he was having sex with that girl, and all the women were kind of like moaning and pleasure in some way because the girl was. And then when the girl, I should really get their names, the main protagonist, the girl, when she found out about her boyfriend, and when she started screaming and all the women started screaming, I thought those parts were actually really good because it showed how intense those moments were for the people, and how everything they were feeling, everything that people were feeling, they were like reacting to it. And it was kind of like method acting in a way, because they were doing that like, for that film in a crazy way. It matched well with it. That was probably one of the really good scenes in the movie. Now, was the movie weird, shocking, and downright just made no sense at all, confusing as hell? Yes, it was. Was that a bad thing? I would say no. I don't think that was a bad thing, but for me personally, I probably most likely would not watch this film ever again. Unless, no. It was one of those movies where it seemed like it had so much in it and so much going on, but like, it didn't say anything. I come to the conclusion that this film is more visually pleasing, rather storytelling, and that's probably what they really wanted, being that they were taking psychedelics, and being that a lot of the visuals were pop out type of visuals. This should have been a 3D movie, as a matter of fact, because it would have made it a lot better, because this focused a lot on the visuals, because the storyline just fell apart. I mean, there was just so much. It's not even to say that there isn't a storyline, because there is. If I was to say there is a storyline, it's about an occult group in Sweden have sex with each other and guests from time to time to get pregnant so they can forward their cult families through rituals and trials to choose who their leader is, and hence their queen, the girl. They kill people to commit sacrifices and to whoever their deity is. So yeah, I guess the storyline is basically about an occult, but it's like, it's just weird. Yeah, like I said, the visuals, they were cute, but the movie overall, just not for me personally. It was kind of creepy in a lot of ways, but also it wasn't bad because of the visuals. I just think it's just a weird, creepy movie, and it's just like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, and the one thing I want to say about the psychedelic usage of the mushrooms and the tea, first of all, I mean, I was gonna say, why were they taking it anyway? I didn't even know these people, but I mean, when you're young and you're in college or you're a teenager, you do stuff like that. Like, it's what regular people do, honestly. Yeah, I like the use of psychedelics in relation to the visuals. That's why I said it should have been 3D, because then they would have just been popping out of the screen. That would have made it more awesome. That's an add-on. But the way that it was used in this movie, I did not like, because it just almost seemed like the usage of it just was a waste. I'm trying to figure out how it contributed to the experience, because the experience was already happening. All the psychedelics did was just enhance it. And I guess because it's a part of the people's culture, that's how it goes hand in hand. But I mean, it also made the movie better, because probably if they didn't do that in the movie, it probably wouldn't have been as good. I don't know. And lastly, the ending, when the girl was like smiling after like her boyfriend like basically was killed, burned alive. That part was weird too. And they put like the bear suit on him, but I was like, you know what? It's their culture. We gonna let it go. We gonna let it go. A lot of stuff I tried to let go too. I was like, that's their culture. But then it was like, this is weird. Some of this stuff is just not okay. Like, what the hell? Yeah, in the end I was like, do not tell me that her smile is supposed to justify this whole damn situation that happened, because they killed people, they did some weird sex stuff, they were doing incest, they had a incest kid as their freaking deity. He was killing people, they were wearing people's skins, they were killing their friends, and I'm like, so at the end she's just happy and smiling because of what? Because her boyfriend's dead and she feels like she let that go. He was a burden, but like they also murdered him. Is she smiling because she feels good? She feels free? But like, this still happened though. So I was just trying to figure out why is she smiling? And it just went off. Yeah, so that's my review of Midsommar. And do I think you guys should check it out? You know what? Yes, check it out. I think people should check it out for themselves and watch it. So you can just know what the fuck. Yeah, I guess watching it is like a psychedelic trip, but it's a bad psychedelic trip, and watching it is just really interesting. I really would encourage everybody to watch it just to get the experience of what I just watched, because it was like a bad trip, I guess. It was like having a bad trip and making bad decisions, and makes you question if you ever want to go to Sweden or anywhere really out in the field with a bunch of random people you don't really know, to some weird cult stuff. Last thing I actually forgot to say about this film is I actually sat and watched this movie, and it was 2 hours long. Like, it was very long, very long. When I was watching this film, I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, why is it this long? But then I also thought, like, the fact that it was 2 hours long with the music, maybe that correlates with the whole psychedelic experience, because some experiences on psychedelics can be very long. And I was like, what if this whole thing wasn't even real, and when she was running in the woods and she fell asleep, she was dreaming, or it was like a psychedelic experience, and like that's why she was happy at the end. And I don't know, y'all. I started just coming up with this random thought, and yeah, that's just my other random thought add-on concept idea. So before we go, you already know I'm about to get into my book read, so if you want to stick around and hear about that, then you can. My book, get a copy. It is a psychological thriller about a group of individuals in a psych ward, and they get this counselor who is trying to figure out, do these kids really belong in a psych ward? Are they really crazy? I don't think they're crazy. I think they have some abilities, and he slowly learns that they do, even though it kind of takes him a while. But it's a sci-fi psychological thriller. Gonna continue to read it. Last we stopped, John Smith met Sam, who was the other student who wasn't in the group meeting, and he learns that Sam is actually a girl, and he gets this weird vibe from her, and he's like, I don't know if she's compelling me, and yeah, we haven't really gotten far, so let's continue. You hungry? She nods. I grab my pants pocket. So he hears her stomach growling. He's like, maybe I should give her some food. She was nice to him. She gave him some nail polish. He's kind of questioning. He's kind of cautious of like her, and she's kind of cautious of him, so they're trying to figure each other out. Here. I hand her an open pack of M&Ms. It's opened. I move one, eating it. See, not poison. I promise. I smile. And without realizing it, I touch her hand when trying to give her the bag of candy. It's so warm. It's so soft, like a rose petal with a little fur. I lean in. I can go get you something to eat if you'd like. She must be starving. A surge of lightning shocks me. No! She pushes away, screaming at me to get out. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I should not have touched you. You were trying to win me over with food. Huh? Is that it? No. I was just trying to Go. I grab my shoes. I should not have touched her. What the hell? That's one of the rules. Not to mention it's wrong. Suddenly she interrupts my thoughts as if she read them. Why are you so persistent? What is it you really want from me? I think I want something. Everyone does. I don't want anything from you. I'm just here to help you. She chuckles to herself as if she knows of a secret, and I don't. I clear my throat. Mind if I ask one last question? She stands, moving closer towards me. Okay. What happened to you? Why are you in here? She turns to face me but looks into the distance as if she's rehearsing a speech to an imaginary audience. Hi, my name is Samantha. I'm a cutter, a psycho, sociopath who's violent, conniving, tempting, intelligent, but highly dangerous. My mother Sophie put me here because her boyfriend tried to rape me. I killed him. So, on record, I'm a murderer. When she says those words, a tear rolls down her cheek and my eyes water. I speak, but she turns around to face the wall. I silently walk to the door. Thank you, Samantha. I close the door shut, walk into the elevator. I look at my rap sheet next to her name. The words highly dangerous are printed in bold letters. Warning, do not make eye contact. Do not believe her. Do not trust her venom. Do not let her fool you. I get off on the first floor, walking past a picture of a painted green dragon, or looks to be drawn by a kid. I step into my cluttered office, taking a seat. I look around, exhaling. What the hell am I going to do now with all this information? My head throbs, so I massage my temple, humming. A knock at the door startles me. When I open it, in steps Fabio. He looks much more distressed, pale and less attractive. Hey, I just came to check in on you. He looks around my office, smoothing his hair. You alright? How was, the girl? He asks with curiosity. What? Distracted, I shake my head, gathering my thoughts. Oh, I'm sorry, my mind was just somewhere else. I tell him to just toss the papers on the floor. My office is pretty messy. My apologies. He stares at me, awaiting a response like an impatient schoolgirl. Yeah, you mean Samantha? I smile. She's, well, not like the other kids. I mean, she seemed... I search for the right terminology. Normal? Blue Eyes smiles. Yeah. Yeah, she's normal, right? That's why she's in a room by herself, locked up. What'd she say to you? She, just told me her story. And? That was it? Really? He grins at me, waiting for an answer that I don't have. She didn't try to, He squints his eyes, blowing me a kiss. What? A bit confused, I respond, I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. He looks at me with an uncomfortable expression. I shake my head in disbelief. Are you talking about sex? Yeah, that's what she does. It's like her special power or something. He laughs wrongfully. She tries to woo you. He uses his hands as if he's grabbing a pole to get what she wants. She acts like it's not her fault. He says, What are you saying right now? It's not her fault. I stand from my seat glaring into his eyes full of hatred. I think I actually thought this guy was attractive. He's a pig. You're telling me that you were involved with a teenage girl and that she asked for it? Are you saying that she seduces you? Yeah. Well, not physically. It was more of a mental experience. I'm kidding. I shake my head. Oh, please. Don't you dare give me that look. Don't tell me for 1 second when you walked up in there you didn't think it. How beautiful she is. How beautiful she is. Come on, she's attractive. He leans in. She's young, You thought about it. The way she looks at you. Gets you to say things you shouldn't. It's not like she's a minor. He lifts his chin up, continuing. She works her magic. He closes his eyes, puts out his hands, talking to himself as if he's imagining her face, begging for a touch. Man, with those eyes, that damn smile. He licks his lips. She'll get you. If you're not careful. He winks at me. I mean, unless of course you want it. I'm so disgusted by this guy that I just stare at him with my face in a knot. He gets up to leave. If you do, just watch out for the other kid. He's like your protector. No fucker stabbed me in the neck with a piece of a bed frame. I had to get 7 stitches. Before I can speak, he opens the door, walking out of my office. What a fucking swine. Can't believe he touched Samantha. Jesus Christ. I open up my diary. Dear diary, my first day at work was an interesting one. I met my big boss, who's quite intimidating, actually. He gives me the creeps. So far, he doesn't seem like a very bad guy, although he drinks like a fish and smokes like a chimney. The kids here are spectacular, all unique in their own ways. Very nice. I just hope I can help them. It's going to be hard getting them to trust me. The one girl, Samantha, looked at me today in a way no one has ever looked at me. It's as if she could see who John Smith really was, like she didn't see Smith. She saw. It was weird. It made me feel comfortable. Too comfortable. I felt myself getting too attached, being that I just met her. Besides that incident, there's something very bizarre taking place in here. That blue-eyed pretty boy I don't trust. I think he just admitted to molesting or trying to molest a student here, but was attacked by another student. Good riddance. If he touched her, he should have been fired, or worse, I dare say it, but dealt with. I can't stand a sexual predator. I've been... Ring, 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 ring. Hello? Oh, hey. Yeah, I'll be right there. Gotta go. Girlfriend called. We have a lunch date. Joseph. My feet hurt. They were crushed in my flattened Converses as I run as fast as I can to her room. That Joseph left the cafeteria upset. Now he's running to Sam's room. I have to see her. It has to be now. Sam, I hope you're okay. I hope no one hurt you, because God knows I'll kill them if they do. I make it to the door. It's a guard outside of it, as well as the woman in red. She looks at me, grabs him to pull him to the side. Now's my chance. The door closes behind me. I step in. Sam. She smiles. Joe. She turns around, and we embrace. Sam, I'm so glad to see you. You were not in group today. I was worried. I'm fine. Don't be, okay? She looks into my eyes, pleading. You don't have to protect me. I can protect myself. I'm sorry. I know, it's just the new guy, I don't know if he can be trusted. Every time we get a new one, they try to hurt you. My eyes fall to the floor. She grabs my face with both hands. Don't worry. Okay. For everything, I thought things would be better with all of us. I was stupid. We were foolish to believe in a place like this, but we were kids, Joe. We should not blame ourselves so much. Oh no. The heavy breathing has begun. No. I pull away from her grasp. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. Trying to do acting. I sit on the floor, rocking forward and then back, pressing my ears for the noise to stop. Screaming. There's so much screaming. I close my eyes to escape it, but the image seeps into my subconscious. I see the blood dripping from the walls, staining my shirt and my heart. I did this. I did this. Joe, listen to me. I can't do this anymore. Do you hear me? No. Joe, I don't know how much longer I can do this. Do you hear me? Joe, a hand snaps me back into my reality. What the hell is going on here? I look up to see him standing unstable, his face covered in destitution. It's Matt. So that's the end of chapter 4. Next we'll be on chapter 5, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know your thoughts. And